Hey guys, Motorcarnut here, and today I'm going to show you how to refreshen your sunburnt paint from this to this. All right? Yeah, this still has little, pebble scratches in it like that. You can touch them up, but the difference, you see my hand, my reflection versus that? Now, there's a lot of different types of sunburnt paint, but if your paint still has a shine, when you lick it and go like this, and it kind of still has a shine, it's gonna work. If yours is like, the paint is cracked, or you see hazing is like little micro cracks in it, then it's not gonna help too much. Let me show you a spot over here that has hazing that worked a little bit, but like you see over here, all right, that has micro cracks in it, so that's not really that would have to be repainted. But from afar, when you look at it, you still have a nice shine. You see? It still has a nice shine, and you can live with that if you want, other than, repainting the hood. Now, to do this, all you're going to need is a microfiber for finishing and a terry cloth. It's like a little bit more aggressive for the rubbing compound. Now, you can use a fancy machine like this, but if you don't have that, and if you do like rent one or whatever, you can make swirl marks in the paint, and it may look good inside when you're done with it, and outside it's going to look like crap because you don't know how to use the machine. There's an art to doing that. Just like automotive mechanics have an art to fix cars, the auto refinisher guys have an art to do that. So, and I'm going to show you how to do it by hand. All right? Very simple. All right, now you see this? We're going to do it a little bit like this. Now, all you want to really do, you don't want to do it in the direct sunlight. You can do it outside as long as it's in the shade, but not with the sun beating on it. That's not good. All right, or indoors. What you do is you put some of rubbing compound, whichever one you want. All right, you can put it on the finish. You can put it on the rag. I like to put it on the finish like this. And we're only doing this little area right here. All right, that should be enough. Now, let me just move this over. And basically, you really want to only do like a 2-foot square, but this is all 2 foot, but I'm only doing like a 1 foot right now, just to show you the before and after. Is you take a rag, terry cloth, preferably, I already did it, so it's dirty, but a nice clean one, and you just work it in like this. All right, we'll go up to the top over here. You work it in. All right. And what you want to do is start with hard pressure. You really want to rub it really hard. Right? And you're going to see all the crap that comes off of it. You see that? And you rub it really hard. All right. And as it starts drying, you're going to put a little bit less pressure. All right, like I'm doing right now. That's why you got to put only a certain amount. You can't go crazy, then it won't dry the proper way, and you can get all smudges and it'll look bad. And you can flip this one, all right, and do it like that, and pretty much like that. All right, then you take your microfiber and you just take off the residue like this. You flip it. All right, and now, oh, I just messed it up again. Okay, you know what? You don't put that there. All right, and now it looks just like the rest, up until where I stopped. See the big difference? And the thing about this, is it going to be as high quality shine? When your paint is sunburnt, it's probably not going to come back like if it was not sunburnt or if it was new. All right, so the answer is no. Now, if you use a machine, a buffing machine, it will bring up a higher shine, but it could also take the paint off, especially if you don't have that much paint left. all right, it can just take it off and give you a bad spot, and now that's going to be worse than when you started. And you're going to have swirl marks. This way you don't have swirl marks, all right, if you do it the way I said. And you see, this is not gimmickry. This don't do nothing if I do this, just in case you guys are wondering. This is not a miracle thing, all right? Don't do anything. It's exactly the way I always tell you guys when I do a repair on the car or doing body work, refinishing, paint. Everything I tell you is tested and works, all right? Now you see the difference? And now the same thing with the up here, you know, because of the rest of the car is pretty nice. You know, the reason why the car sits outside, the sun beats, it's going to hit the hood. Well, the hood is always the one that fades first because it's got the heat from the engine, cooling, hot, cooling, hot, cooling, hot, sun beating down. You get the idea. Then the next is the roof and a trunk if the car has a trunk. All right, you see what I did already on that side and in the front, but over here, I still got to do it. Now, and after you do the whole thing, you're going to want to polish it, all right? You can use, this is Meguiar's, but you can use whatever you want, a nice polish. If your car is black, pay attention because they do have special polishes for black because black is the hardest color. It shows the swirl marks like crazy. Silver is the easiest color. It doesn't show it as much, but that's besides the point. If you have a black car, try to get a product that's made for black, all right? The polish, and after the polish, you should wax it with like a Canuba wax. Polish and wax are not the same things. The polish is just going to bring out less of the scratches from the compound, and the wax is just going to, you know, seal in whatever you did. So when the rain hits it and the road contaminants, they should just fall off and they won't embed in the paint any more than they were. All right, so that's basically how you do that. Anybody can do it. All you need is a couple of rags, like I said, some compound, some polish, and some wax, and you're good to go. And after you compound and do the polish, what you could do is you see these little, you could touch these up with paint, with a little toothbrush, a little paintbrush, all right? You touch up as many as you can, and then you let it dry, and then you wax it, and the car's going to look a lot better from the sun damage right there to this right here. Wouldn't you agree? All right, guys. Motorcarnut, please subscribe, hit that like button. Any questions pertaining to this video, leave them below. I answer all my questions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.